Get ready for the hottest tech news because Google Trends Hub is dropping the mic. We're talking about Google ditching its own weather app on Wear OS. Next up, we've got a seismic ruling in the Google antitrust case that's shaking up the search giant. Then, we're diving into the cutting-edge ways Google robots are hunting down AI-generated content. And finally, a deep dive into the super easy battery replacement in the brand new Google Pixel 10 Pro XL. Stay locked in, because this is huge. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a beat. Google is rolling back one of its signature Wear OS apps, leaving smartwatch users in the lurch. Google is making a significant shift by discontinuing its native weather app for new installations on Wear OS 6 and newer smartwatches. This move means users will need to rely on third-party applications or the weather features provided by their watch manufacturers. While existing users on older Wear OS versions will see no change, those upgrading to Wear OS 6 will find the Google Weather app unavailable for download from the Play Store. However, users who already have the app installed before upgrading will retain access. For the Pixel Watch line, Google is introducing a new Pixel Weather app with a Material 3 design for Wear OS 6 and future versions, which will be automatically integrated. For all Wear OS 3 and above devices, users can still get weather updates by asking Google Assistant or Gemini. The tech community is buzzing about this pivot, with many wondering if this signals a broader trend of Google handing over core functionalities to partners. Some analysts see this as a strategic move to streamline Wear OS and encourage innovation from third-party developers, while others express concern over the potential fragmentation of user experience and the loss of a familiar, integrated app. Don't go anywhere, because what happens next in the legal world is absolutely monumental. Get ready for a deep dive into the landmark Google antitrust ruling that's got everyone talking. A major antitrust ruling against Google has landed, but the search giant narrowly avoids the most drastic penalties. After a protracted 5-year legal battle, U.S. District Judge Amit P. Mehta has declared that Google illegally maintained a monopoly in the search market. However, in a decision that surprised many, Mehta opted against forcing the divestiture of key assets like the Chrome browser or the Android operating system. Instead, the ruling prohibits exclusive agreements that favored Google's search engine and mandates that Google share a limited search index and user interaction data with competitors. The judge emphasized the rapid evolution of the industry, particularly with the rise of generative AI, stating that market forces should be allowed to play a role in competition rather than jolting the system with structural changes. The ruling has drawn mixed reactions. Nidhi Hegde of the American Economic Liberties Project criticized the remedy for not adequately addressing Google's monopoly, signaling potential appeals. Conversely, Robert Winterton of NetChoice praised the court's nuanced approach for not dismantling a leading tech company. The Department of Justice, while not securing the structural breakup it sought, views the ruling as a step toward loosening Google's grip. Google itself stated that the court recognized that divesting Chrome and Android would have harmed consumers and partners, and expressed concerns about the imposed distribution and data sharing limits affecting user privacy. Wall Street reacted positively, with Alphabet's stock closing up for the day. But what about the content we see online? How is Google keeping up with the latest technological shifts? Prepare to explore the intricate methods Google employs to detect AI-generated content. Can Google's sophisticated algorithms truly distinguish between human creativity and artificial intelligence? Google is actively engaged in a continuous battle to identify AI-generated content, a challenge that grows more complex as AI models become more advanced. The search giant employs a suite of evolving algorithms that scrutinize content for various markers, including unnatural sentence structures, keyword stuffing without human readability, and patterns indicative of scraped or synthesized material. Older AI models like GPT-1 and GPT-2 are relatively easy to detect, but newer iterations such as GPT-3 present a significant challenge, leading Google search advocate John Mueller to liken the process to a perpetual cat and mouse game. Tools like uniqueness. AI are also emerging to aid in this detection. Google officially considers AI-generated content that mimics spam tactics, such as synonym manipulation or word shuffling, as a violation of their guidelines, and has indicated potential manual penalties for such practices. The company acknowledges that as AI detection improves, AI content creators will find new ways to circumvent these systems. The implications of AI-generated content are far-reaching, impacting academic integrity, where universities are concerned about students submitting AI-written work, and the professional content creation industry. Companies and SEO firms are increasingly vigilant to ensure that content generated by writers using AI meets specific client objectives. Google's stance is clear. While AI can be a tool for planning or grammar correction, using it to churn out content wholesale is viewed as a form of spam, akin to other black hat SEO tactics it has historically combated. Now, let's shift gears from the digital realm to the physical hardware that powers our lives. We're about to get an inside look at the brand new Google Pixel 10 Pro XL and its surprising repairability. Get ready for some exciting news for tech tinkerers. The new Google Pixel 10 Pro XL is surprisingly easy to repair. Google's latest flagship, the Pixel 10 Pro XL, has undergone a teardown by Jerry Rig Everything, revealing a significant leap forward in device repairability, particularly when it comes to the battery. While iFixit's assessment suggests it might not be as revolutionary as initially portrayed, the improvement over previous Pixel models is undeniable. The battery, a component often notorious for its difficulty to replace, is now much more accessible. To access most internal components, users will need to enter through the rear of the device, but screen replacements are also streamlined, requiring only the disconnection of a single cable. This enhanced repairability has generated considerable buzz among tech enthusiasts and repair advocates, who have long called for greater accessibility in smartphone design. The move is seen as a positive step towards sustainability and reducing electronic waste, empowering users to extend the lifespan of their devices. While the full impact on long-term durability and repair costs remains to be seen, the initial teardown suggests Google is listening to consumer demands for more user-friendly hardware. That's all for our in-depth dives today, but we're not done yet. Stick around for a lightning round recap of all the biggest stories. That's a wrap on today's Google Trends Hub. We covered Google phasing out its weather app on Wear OS, the complex antitrust ruling against Google that stopped short of breaking up the company, the ongoing cat and mouse game of Google detecting AI-generated content, and the surprisingly easy battery replacement in the new Pixel 10 Pro XL. Don't miss out on more breaking tech news. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to Google Trends Hub, smash that notification bell, leave a comment with your thoughts, and follow us on all our social media channels. See you next time.